Yeah, what up, boxing fans? I got to thinking to myself when Floyd Mayweather brought up the fact that he might fight Danny Garcia. And I thought to myself, and I said, self, would this be a good fight? And I started to analyze things and look over the fight. And I got to thinking to myself, Andre Berto fight would be more competitive than the Danny Garcia fight. In fact, fighting Danny Garcia would be a bigger cherry pick than the Andre Berto fight was. And before you guys start bitching and moaning and complaining, hear me out first. Because I'm going to explain to you why fighting Danny Garcia would be a bigger cherry pick than Andre Berto fight was. See, Andre Berto brought two things to the table. Andre Berto brought speed and he brought power. Those are the two things, if you know anything about Andre Berto. He has a little pop in his punch and he has quick hands. That's undeniable that Andre Berto has fast hands. In fact, I've heard people say that Andre Berto has quicker hands than Amir Khan and Manny Pacquiao. That's debatable, but I've heard people say it. They said it before. What does Danny Garcia bring to the table? What is his best attribute? He has power. His feet are slow. He's flat-footed. He has no foot movement. He has no speed, but he has power. That's his one dimension in his arsenal is power. And that power was at 140. We don't know what type of power he has at 147 because he hasn't done shit at 147. He beat a pillow-fisted Paulie Malignaggi, and he beat a shot fighter in Robert Guerrero, who Floyd Mayweather said that Robert Guerrero beat Danny Garcia. So that's all he's done at 147. So we don't even know if his power carried up to 147, from 140 to 147. But you got these Floyd dick riders. They'll try to sell you this fight by telling you that Danny Garcia beat Amir Khan at 140. Therefore, he would make a good fight for Floyd Mayweather. Well, tell that shit to somebody who don't know shit about boxing. Because you can't sell that shit to a true boxing fan, such as myself, and true motherfuckers that follow boxing in the YTBC. See, we was born that night, but we wasn't fucking born last night. So you can't fucking sell us this fairy tale that because he beat Amir Khan with a lucky ass shot with his eyes closed with a hook, that somehow this is gonna be a competitive fight for Floyd Mayweather. See, it's a fucking cherry pick. I can see through the bullshit. It's a straight up cherry pick, and I'm gonna tell you why it's a cherry pick. Like I said, Danny Garcia brings speed. He brings power. He has power in that left hook. But his feet, he has slow feet, and he has slow hands. That would be, not only would it be a cherry pick, it would be one of the most boringest fights. One of the most boringest fights ever in pay-per-view history. Floyd would pot shot him for 12 rounds. The shit would be a glorified sparring session. And now, like I said, it would be worse than the Andre Berto fight. Because Berto had some speed with power. Danny Garcia has absolutely no speed whatsoever. With no foot movement. Floyd would pot shot him one punch at a time. The shit would be so boring. It would be ridiculous. You would probably fall asleep halfway through the fucking fight. Floyd would pot shot him. Bang, bang. Pot shot him and move. For 12 rounds to easy. A boring and easy unanimous decision. The shit is a straight up cherry pick, man. And anybody who can't see this, matter of fact, everybody already sees this shit. Even the Floyd dick riders and nut huggers see it. They already know that Floyd Mayweather would pot shot Danny Garcia 12 fucking boring ass rounds for a unanimous decision. They already know this. So for them to try to sell this fight as anything as competitive and not a cherry pick is straight up bullshit. Now they tell you that Danny Garcia beat Amir Khan. Well, fucking Joe Frazier beat beat Muhammad Ali, didn't he? But what happened to Joe Frazier when he fought George Foreman? Got the shit beat out of him. Got knocked down I don't know how many times. George Foreman knocked his ass down. But when Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman, what happened to George Foreman? He got his ass whooped, didn't he? Muhammad Ali beat the shit out of George Foreman. But when Joe Frazier fought George Foreman beat the shit out of Joe Frazier. So, you're not, again, like I said, you're not fooling real boxing fans that know shit about boxing, man. I study this shit. You ain't fucking fooling me by talking about Danny Garcia beat Amir Khan. Man, styles make fights, man. Like I said, who the fuck you think you fucking with? You ain't fucking with no motherfucker that just talk about this shit for play, for fun. I study this shit, man. Styles make fights. And Danny Garcia doesn't have the style to even make a competitive fight with Floyd Mayweather. The motherfucking feet, the man's feet is cemented. Like I said, he got a dangerous left hook. I give him that. He has power. You can't take that away from Danny Garcia. But what the fuck is his power going to do against Floyd Mayweather with that slow-ass hook? With Floyd Mayweather's defensive skills. Right hand lead jab. He can pot shot him all night to an easy 12-round decision. Now, Floyd could make it difficult like he did with Maidana. We all know Floyd allowed that shit to be close with Maidana. Because we saw in the second fight how he outboxed Maidana. Running around the fucking ring outboxing him. So, Floyd Mayweather, he can choose to allow Danny Garcia to land a few shots if he want him to. Or he can make it a 12-0 shutout. Pot shotting him all fucking night. So, like I said, this is a bigger cherry pick. If he decides to fight Danny Garcia, I would not spend... Motherfucker, I wouldn't even watch that shit if it was free. Because they trying to insult my intelligence. And to say that would be a bigger fight than Khan Canelo, that's fucking ridiculous. Khan Canelo has so much intrigue in that fight. We don't know if that shit is going to be entertaining. Because we don't know if Amir Khan is going to get knocked the fuck out. Or we don't know if Amir Khan is going to outbox Canelo. There's so much shit that can happen in that fight. Canelo can knock Khan out in the first fucking round. Or Khan can just outbox his ass. That's just it. We don't know what the fuck is going to happen in that fight. But we know the shit is going to be exciting one way or the other. Somebody going to either get knocked the fuck out or somebody going to get outboxed and embarrassed. So we got intrigue in that fight. With Floyd Mayweather, Danny Garcia, there's absolutely no fucking intrigue whatsoever. Except the two fathers talking some shit. Floyd Sr. and Angel Garcia. That's the only selling point in that fight. Talking about that shit gonna be bigger than Khan Canelo. Oh man, I wish they would put that shit up against Khan. I dare Showtime to put that shit up. Put it up. May 7th. Put it up against Khan Canelo. And let's see who the biggest star is. Let's see which fight sells more pay-per-view buys. HBO or Showtime. Let's put it up. Put that shit to the test, Floyd. All your fans, put it up to the test. Let's see which fight sells more pay-per-view